Hey, 7th grade. Mr. Hildebrand here. The date is August 31st, so 8/31 is Monday. I wanted to post the lesson or record the lesson real quick just in case anybody had a doctor's appointment or your Wi-Fi cut out. You can always watch this later and get caught up. Basically, today I start off with announcing that I updated all your grades from last week, so all that work you gave me that was due on Friday, that is in Hack now. Okay, so you can actually see your grades. They are live. I recognize that some people had issues with devices or internet or whatever, so if you need an extra day or two or you had paper copies and they're ready but you don't see me until Wednesday, that's fine. You can always shoot me an email and we can figure that out and make sure the grades are where they need to be. But this is kind of your reminder of, hey, if you didn't do something, check your grades. That way you can get it done. So if you go here, you can just click on Hack. Scroll down, put your username and password, and then if you click on classes, it will actually open up and show you all your work for your classes. And anything that's in there as a 0 for world history, that just means you didn't get it to me yet. So that's your reminder to give it to me so that I can update your grade and make sure that your grade's looking good. Especially on Thursday, I'm going to send out an email to parents and let them know that they can get on and check out your grades as well. So a couple days to talk to me so we can figure this out and get you whatever you need. All right. The second thing I wanted to show you, if you log into Canvas, let me go back to home here so it'll look like yours. If you go to the course modules, the big blue button at the bottom, World History, there's now a second week. Week 2 is up here. So week 1, that's all the stuff we did last week. If you go to the lesson notes and links, there's links to videos of all the lessons, all the notes on Nearpod. All the assignments from last week are on there. You can get on there and check those out. If you come up here to this week, this is the new week, same thing. We've got the lesson notes and links, so you can open this up and watch the videos. You can open up the Nearpod and check that out. There's a study guide here. If you like Kahoot, we do have a test on Friday. I don't want you to freak out. If you're somebody who needs a paper copy, talk to me. Okay, we'll get you a paper copy before you leave school for the week. But if you can do it on Canvas, it's going to be on Canvas. Your test on Friday. And here's a link to a Kahoot, some practice questions. Then obviously our Zoom link is right here as well. I'm going to be posting more videos and more notes and stuff on here to help you guys out, help study for the test. So don't freak out, but it's Friday. I also have paper copies of all the stuff you need to study. And then the assignments for the week. If you click on the assignments page, I have the Grapes of Me that we're going to be starting on Wednesday, so don't worry about that yet. We can tackle that on Wednesday. Here's all the stuff to help you study, the Nearpods, links to the Kahoots, study guide. I'm going to be posting lessons here too. And then eventually on Friday, you can click on the test and start the test. If you're having trouble with the test, either paper copy or on Canvas, you're going to shoot me an email. I do offer test corrections, so if you mess this one up and you need another shot at it, or you want to earn some points back, we can talk about that the following week, in week 3. Okay. But real quick, the Nearpod that we kind of went through today, here's the code for a self-paced one. So you can always type in that code to the Nearpod app or nearpod.com, and you can check out what we learned today. Today, we were talking about civilizations, specifically Egypt again. And we were using the GRAPES, okay, this acronym GRAPES, to kind of analyze the civilization. So look at the geography, religion, achievements, politics, economics, and social structure. Now, I did play for everybody in class today this really corny song, okay, about the grapes. It will get stuck in your head. You will probably hate me for making you listen to it, but check it out. It will help you and remind you on the test. Geography, we reviewed about locations being where are things at, where's the civilization. So we talked about the absolute location or the GPS coordinates of Egypt, but we also talked about the relative, saying, hey, it's in North Africa, it's near the Red Sea and the Mediterranean Sea. We talked about the weather and the climate, the physical features, so the desert there. We talked about the Nile River. Okay. We then talked a little bit about Pennsylvania, and we talked about its geography, so you can go ahead and draw some symbols to represent that when you go through Nearpod. Then we talked about religion. The R stands for religion. So religion answers the question, what do people believe? Okay. What do they believe about spiritual things? Do they believe in an afterlife? Do they have a god? Do they have many gods? How do they worship? Do they sing? Do they pray? Do they make sacrifices? What are their places of worship called? They have temples, mosques, synagogues. Okay, what are the religious leaders called? And we did watch a video which you can watch on the 5 major religions of the world. Now there are lots of religions, more than there in this video, but this is kind of the 5 most popular. So we watched that and talked about it. And then we talked about achievements. That was the last thing we talked about today. Basically, what did the civilization leave behind? Real quick, before we get too far into achievements, for the religion, we did talk about how ancient Egypt was polytheistic. So they had many gods and goddesses. Remember, poly is like polygon, a shape with many sides. Polytheism means many gods and goddesses. Then we talked about achievements. Okay, what did the civilization leave behind? What are they famous for? What kind of science or inventions or literature or art did they create? And there's a couple things on here to kind of help you out with Egypt. We have this Microsoft Sway. It's kind of like a mini article. It's not super long, with pictures and facts about ancient Egypt that you can kind of review and help you for the test. We also have a VR virtual reality field trip that you can go on with your device. If you have goggles, you can always pop those on as well and check out the Great Pyramids, which were they were burial tombs basically for the pharaohs or the kings and queens of ancient Egypt. But you can actually still visit them today or check this out on virtual reality. We also talked about the Great Sphinx, which was a statue that was built in honor of one of their pharaohs. And it's actually a creature from their mythology. So you can check that 3D model out. There's a short video on hieroglyphs, or the ancient Egyptian style of writing, using pictures or symbols to represent sounds and letters and words. And then we practice actually writing, if I can pop this open, writing our names, okay, using some different hieroglyphs. So that was kind of today. Tomorrow we'll do the last 3 letters, the politics, the P, the economics, the E, and the S, the social structure. So you can check this out. Please, please, please log into Hack, check your grades, send me anything that you haven't sent me yet so I can fix that grade for you. If you have any questions, as always, shoot me an email. And actually, one more thing before I go. I forgot, we did talk about POQ, or part of the question. So for example, if I show you this screen, if somebody asks a question, what is the best breakfast? Well, if I just say pancakes, leave it at that, that answers the question. That's a valid answer. But if for some reason somebody's reading this and they don't see both parts of the conversation, they don't see the question, and all they see is the word pancakes, they don't know what's going on. They don't know if that's my grocery list. They don't know if that's my least favorite food. They don't know if that's the last thing I ate. They don't know, because maybe they don't have the question. So what we need to do in 7th grade is use part of the question to answer it. Okay? So the question is, what is the best breakfast? If I use part of the question, or the important words, the best breakfast, right, in my answer, that's going to help the reader. So I might say, the best breakfast is pancakes. Okay? Now, if these get separated ever, I don't necessarily need the question anymore. I still know what people are talking about. They're talking about the best breakfast, and they give us the answer, pancakes. Now, folks, another thing for 7th grade, we need to make sure we're doing the simple stuff right. A lot of people last week gave me one-word answers. Not okay. I need full sentences. I need POQ, part of the question. A lot of people not capitalizing the first letter of a sentence. You know when you start a new sentence, got to throw a capital letter on there. A lot of people were submitting stuff like this, where it was spelled wrong. Folks, on Word or Google Docs or ClassKick or an email, anything you're sending me, okay, if a little red line pops up underneath, that means that it's spelled wrong. And you need to go to Google and figure out how to spell it, or if you right-click, often it will give you suggestions. Okay, you can click the suggestions and fix it. And then finally, make sure we have punctuation. So put a period, put an exclamation point, whatever makes sense. All right, folks, that's it. If you need anything, please, please, please send me an email and let me know. Have a good one.